Hi, welcome and welcome back. I hope you're doing well. I wanted to continue our conversation on projection. And projection is a really interesting thing. It's a tactic that narcissists often use in order to manipulate their targets and to cast seeds of doubt or blame or shadows onto other people and to get it off of themselves, to get the focus, at least the negative focus, off of them. And in some cases, onto you. Anyway, and I thought of a few different ways that narcissists use projection. Boy, it's hot out here, but I'm here for it. Anyway, one way that narcissists will use projection is during the course of their dealings with you, they want all of your attention. And so, in an effort to keep all of your attention on to them, the narcissist will use projection to really cast shadows of doubt or cast just a negative light onto other people that you may be dealing with or that they may feel are taking your time and attention and even your resources away from them. So they may say something like, "Oh, don't mess with so and so, she's crazy," or yeah, she's incompetent, or I heard that she did this, or I heard that he's shady, or whatever. The thing that you need to understand is that when the narcissists project, a lot of times they're taking their bad behavior and their bad character traits and their toxicity, and they are projecting it onto other people. It could be other people that, they're jealous of or that they don't want you to deal with or talk to or whatever, like the attention thing. Or they may do it to you. So a lot of times we can get anxious or upset or even feel discouraged and disappointed having maybe shared some things about ourselves with the narcissist. But here's the thing: when it comes to projection, during the course of projection, the narcissist shares and reveals a lot of things about themselves to you and to others. You may not realize it, and they may not want you to realize it, but they do. For example, a lot of times narcissists have very toxic, ooh, a lot of times, bugs, a lot of times narcissists have very toxic coping mechanisms, and they may turn to drugs, they may turn to sex, they may turn to pornography in an effort to cope with their shame, with the pain of their childhood trauma and other difficult situations. Maybe they're anxious or stressed. Maybe you've discarded the narcissist and they don't know what to do. They're in a panic and they've lost access to whatever resources you've provided. And they will go headlong into binges on alcohol, drugs, sex, all kinds of things, gambling, smoking, you name it. And in doing so, they may project that behavior onto you. They may tell the next target, "Oh yeah, this person is a drug addict, they are addicted to porn, yada, yada, yada." But really, they're revealing their own behavior and their own toxic coping mechanisms. But the other person or the new target may not know that. But something for you to be aware of. If a narcissist is sharing just negative things about somebody, a lot of times they're projecting their own behavior onto that person so that you'll go, okay, well, maybe I won't deal with that person, or I'll be sure to avoid them, right? Because these days, a lot of people are really avoidant, very passive, not really confrontational. Communication is kind of a thing of the past, at least clear person to person communication. There's a lot of texting and typing and things like that going on. And so other than hitting the like button and engaging people that way online, that person-to-person engagement that really allows you to see a person's character, to really see who they are, and to see what they're about, to feel their energy, has kind of fallen by the wayside. And so it gives an opportunity for the narcissist to kind of wiggle in there with their own version of a story or their own assessment of a person, which can a lot of times be them projecting their own behavior and their own traits, their own negative traits onto someone. And that's kind of what you get. But if you don't know what you're dealing with, then you can take that as gospel and run with it and act or react accordingly. And a lot of times, I will tell you, people will miss out on golden opportunities for relationships, connections, things like that, because they've chosen to believe the lies of the narcissist and not fact check, not vet, not ask the deeper questions, not look into things further. And then they kind of, in essence, along with the narcissist, shoot themselves in the foot and kind of join the narcissist over there and miss out on a lot of things that way. So it definitely pays to do your own critical thinking and do your own due diligence. Another way that narcissists will use projection is during the course of a smear campaign. And they'll really get going with making sure that people think that you are the worst person in the world, that you have horrible character, that you're unreliable, that you lack morals or lack integrity or lack competence or skills or whatever. Again, a lot of times the narcissist will take their own weaknesses, their own character deficiencies, their own toxicity, their own bad behavior, and they will project that onto you. And it's almost kind of like throwing crap on you so that no one will touch you. Like, ooh, like I'm not touching that. I'm not going over there. I'm not dealing with that. And the narcissist wants that because after all, if they can't have you, no one else can either, or they don't want anyone else to. And it doesn't even have to be a romantic relationship. It can be an acquaintanceship. It can be a professional relationship, in addition to a romantic relationship or a family relationship. It could be a relative. And if they cannot have your complete attention, time, resources, etc., they don't want other people to have access to that. And they know that the relationship has a timestamp on it, and it's just a matter of time before their toxic behavior rears its head and is revealed, and you are not going to want to have anything to do with them, and that their relationships are short-lived. They really lack the skills to really sustain long-term relationships. And so they have to come up with some kind of a way, albeit a toxic coping mechanism and shady tactics, to be able to isolate you and alienate you from other people who may potentially want to engage with you professionally or personally, etc. What other ways can you think of that narcissists use projection? Comment below. I'd love to hear your responses. Make sure that you always fact check people that you are dealing with, especially new people. Fully vet them. Do your due diligence. And know that you're not alone and you're not crazy. Know who you're dealing with. Know who you are. Take care, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.